and resonating interview, and today I'm here with Pretty Savage.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
You're so pretty in person. Like I'm just amazed right now.
Thank you.
Like usually Instagram is just, but this is the real thing.
Yeah, the real deal. This what it is.
Yeah,
I
so
appreciate you.
tell me about this outfit today. Like what made you want to dress up in this?
So everybody kind of suggested like pop out more in Atlanta, give them more of the like feminine side with the heels, cause I'm usually like in Nikes and tennis shoes. I'm a boy for real, so.
Yeah, this is a pretty exciting interview for me, being that I followed you for so long. Like, even when I first started my journey as a journalist, you were like the first female rapper I came across, other than Rico Nasty, because I was like, who is this girl? Like, you had like the little bun or whatever popping in a grocery store. Like, you came so far. And look at your appearance. Like, so what made you want to change it up and, get more feminine, or is that who you are deep down?
No, I'm really against it deep down. Like I'm a tomboy. But I think just kind of like trying to be fair with the fans. Really, give them a change here and there. A lot of people kind of want to see the feminine side. So it's really for the fans. I can, I want to do it sometimes, but this is not like my everyday thing at all.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this interview, being that I'm from Virginia, but I'm from the northern side. You're from the real VA.
Yeah, from the 7-5.
Yeah, so what was it like growing up in Norfolk, Virginia?
Well, I was always back and forth from North Carolina and Norfolk, so I think I moved to North Carolina maybe when I was like 3 or 4, and I moved back when I went to 8th grade, and it was really just like, it's different. North Carolina, a little country, Virginia country too, but it's more, I want to say hood in a way. Like, you around more projects, you around more the gun violence, just drama, just the whole nine.
People be saying that nothing happens in Virginia, so what do you have to say to prove to them, like, it really goes down? It really goes down.
Yeah, I mean, look, you go in a club, nigga just got shot in the club not too long ago, so now it's all, you know what I'm saying, metal detectors. It's no different from any other city. You know what I'm saying? Like, we out here with the guns, we out here niggas stealing, robbing, going to jail, high speeds, everything. It's really not that different from every, other city, but it ain't like we scary or nothing.
No, none of that.
No, it goes down.
It goes down for real. For real. So right now we are backstage of Herbo's PTSD tour, and she just performed. So tell me what your thoughts and emotions are right now.
I feel good. It's a relief every time I get off the stage. And I just feel like blessed, honestly, like my situation.
Just being with them, right?
Yeah, like those the right people for sure. I never even doubted that for a minute in my mind, but those, they like my family, so they support me full throttle, and just being like to the open full crowds and like expanding my fan base, it just feels really good.
What do you think Pretty Savage would be if it wasn't for a 150 Dream Team?
See, that's tricky, because I used to always say, like, before I met them, I was doing everything by myself. Like, I go to work, I probably get off 1 in the morning.
Where are you working? What's your first
Walmart. Well, my first job was McDonald's. Then I think probably like Sears or something like that. Then Walmart, and then this like this factory place. But at the time, I was working at Walmart, and I used to get off like 1 in the morning. I'd go to my car, write a song, go straight to the studio, and I'd be out by like 3 in the morning. So it was really just like, me putting in that work by myself. With them, it's kind of like I relied on them to do a lot of the stuff for me, and I didn't understand it at first. It's like, no, I still got to grind and, put in what you want for yourself, and then everything else going to fall in place.
Yes, I watched your grinds, and I was just watching your interviews today trying to figure out, how did you get on with them? So can you give us like more of the story of how that came about?
Okay, so the video you was talking about with me, like in the gas station rapping and stuff. So that verse, it actually like went viral one day. I walked in Walmart. I had posted on Facebook. I came out maybe like an hour later, and it had like maybe 300,000 views. And then by the time I woke up the next day, it was millions of views. Yes. So his producer at the time, DJ L, he hit me up and was just like, wanted to chop it up. So I spoke with him and Mickey, Herb's manager. Yes. So eventually, like, we just talked about, we FaceTime, got to know each other a little bit. One night I was in Atlanta, actually. This is why it's so lit that we back here now. I was out in Atlanta one night. They happened to be out here, and Mickey called me. He like, come link with us. We at the studio. That's the first night I met Herb in person. Mainski, that's why he like my favorite. He was one of the first guys I met. G Money, Bibby, and
You met Bibby too on that day, so you met the whole team.
I met the whole team for the most part. Not like WAP and Molly. I met them a little bit later,
Yes.
but it's been lit. That was my first time meeting them. Then he had a show out in Virginia at VSU.
Really?
They like link. Every time we like near each other, we always make it a thing to like get up with each other. We just build a bond from there.
Do you still live in VA?
Mm-hmm.
So how does that feel? I've always wanted to know, because you're pretty savage. You're signed to G Herbo. You're doing these big things. You're this big up-and-coming female rapper. How does it feel just being there still and just... I guess you can say it.
I kind of want to move because sometimes when I'm at home, I feel a little bit stagnant, being that, you know, my team is so far away.
Mm-hmm.
But they still make it a thing to, you know, like make sure my rollout is set in place, everything is planned out and organized. For the most part, if I got to hop on a flight in 5 hours, that's what I got to do.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, but I got a strong support system, though, so I can do it.
I believe it. I believe it. So getting into that question, I really want to ask you. So Pretty Savage, when I saw you in that grocery store, in that music video, in that bun, and that red hair, and just going crazy, and look at you now. So what made you change this look? You're showing more skin now.
You think so?
Yes.
Just this little part.
Look at that.
Just this little part.
I would have never imagined that.
I know, right? I don't know. I think just time and just kind of like the industry not really conforming, but you know, just you want to give them something different. You don't want to be like the same all the time, because I've noticed like the industry has a really short attention span now. So it's like you got to pop out and be an image that they want to see. I always say the image is like the most important part of anybody's career.
I mean,
if they don't see something they like, they're not even going to hear your music.
I mean, all your peers are talking about ass, titties, scamming, and then there's you talking about real stories, what you went through. Does that ever feel like the pressure? Is there pressure there to just switch it up?
Nope, never, no pressure. I go by what my mood is. Like when I'm in the studio, if I hear one of those beats where I feel like, oh, I could talk about some bouncing some ass or something, then I might do it. But for the most part, I just want to rap.
Okay. You're definitely rapping in your latest project. Go ahead and tell us more about the project you released at the end of 2019.
So I didn't feel good about that project at all.
What?
A lot of the songs I made was from a long time ago, maybe like a year before I even put it out. So I don't know. I think I was just like really, really critical on myself, and as the time got closer to dropping, I just started to feel really, really nervous. That's the only time I felt like pressure about feedback on my craft, really. But my team helped me make it a plan, and they rolled it out really good. So, and we doing really good on streams.
You
so
are.
I feel really good.
You touch on so many things that even like hit my heart. Just talking about how your father was absent and you kind of fell into relationships that weren't for you. Was that hard to talk about?
No, I actually like talking about it because that's my coping mechanism. Like, I like to write about it. I like to talk about it because I want other girls to know, like, we the same people. No matter what status it look like I have or what position it might look like I'm in, we all going through the same shit. So I just make things, I tell my story in hopes that I find every little person that can relate to me. So.
Do you have a story that was difficult for you to say in your music that you could recall right now?
Maybe like when I lost my close friend back in 2012. And just like my dad, it's not really hard now, but in the beginning it was just one of those things where I felt like I was holding on to too much. So I have to just like let it out and let it go, really.
And that healed you when you were talking about it through the music?
Yeah, for the most part. Like my guy, maybe like 2 days ago, he asked me, like, you miss your dad? Because I said something about him, like certain things that remind me of him. And I got emotional. I'm like, hold on, well, I'm too gangster for this shit. I'm like, don't ask me no shit like that. But it's just something that you grow with time.
Yes, and you're doing very well. So to wrap this up, I have to ask you one question. If there's one wish you could have for 2020, what would that wish be?
Just for everybody to feel my music. Just feel me out. I don't have no big wishes as far as like finances or status or anything. I just really want to know my fans and for my fans to know me. I just want the world to know my music. That's it.
Yes, Pretty Savage is a wonderful, wonderful storyteller. And final question, what else can we look forward to?
finishing out the tour. I plan to have another album dropping hopefully within like the next month or two, and I don't really know. The summer here is no telling what's planned really.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. All right, guys. Pretty Savage, backstage of the PTSD G Herbo tour here in Atlanta, Georgia. Tracy Mitchell, VA. Checking out.